Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The action has already started.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Messi, and he's managed to get free. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Drogba. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Dembele. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Takes a shot! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
So it is still 0-0. Nedved. Now, can they get him away? That's very neat. And this is Nedved. Shot a goal! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Can he get on the end of this? Vieira gets across and deals with it. Nedved. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Vieira. Oh, that is a good ball to shapes to shoot! Goal! Botafogo! The breakthrough strike! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Botafogo are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Aberdeen with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Insigne plays it short. Lorenzo Insigne. And they've got a throw. That's a lovely, neat pass. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vieira takes control of it and he's on the move. Now it's Dembele. Drogba. Well timed, excellent interception. Nedved.
Botafogo
Do have a chance to counter here. And here's Ibrahimovic. Spread out to the left.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Nedved. Now it's Platini. Shot could Bellingham! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Yaya Toure. Bergami. He's picked his way through. Yaya Toure. Oh no, he's got that wrong.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Botafogo
are looking to break at pace. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos a colaboração para nosso fundo de caridade global. Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 18.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Camisa 10.
Aberdeen can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Camisa 21.
Yaya Toure, and here's Messi. Very nicely done. He has found the way through. Oh, smashing header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
And he cuts out the supply. Nesta. And it's Ferdinand. Gullit looks to get on the end of this. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And it's Rijkaard. Pedri.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, well played. He got back really well. Lorenzo Insigne.
Botafogo
Appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting...
Goes for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mateus actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Teremos uma substituição.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Can he finish? They've got to be quick to recover this. Aberdeen have the chance to go the other way. Ferdinand cuts it out. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Tries to get it clear.
Aberdeen really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again. Tries a shot! He scored! And there's the goal they've been looking for. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Insigne. Aberdeen still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Hullet. Aims beyond the defence. Look at the space here. It's Basho! Yes! And they are cruising away. So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Botafogo find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Hullet. Mateus tries to pass it through. And here's Mbappe. Drives it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. Davids. And here's Hullet. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Pedri. Mateus. Pedri. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And a chance! It's in! Players ecstatic. Fans delirious. This is utopian. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Botafogo are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Del Piero. Insigne might just make this. Now it's Dembele. Del Piero. Messi. Dembele. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Threads one in. He's seen that early. He used a certain sixth sense. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Time added on 4 minutes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Toure wins the duel this time. And this is Messi. Dembele, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Aberdeen have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The scenery unmistakable, the atmosphere unbeatable, the noise irrepressible. Old Trafford again delivers. We have already started here. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. Now it's Messi. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Nuno Mendes. Oh, this looks sharp. Neymar. And it's Baggio. Kvaratskhelia. And he's forced to go back. Oh, can he get onto this? And he's intervened well there. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Messi. Yaya Toure. Oh, they can break here. Stood up well to him there. Roberto Baggio. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Aberdeen finding their passes. Nunez does really well to win the ball there. That's good vision. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Nunez! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Nunez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Aberdeen yet to have an attempt on goal. And that is expertly dealt with. Kvaratskhelia, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Drogba. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Messi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Dembele. Passing is crisp and sharp. It's Drogba! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those...
Chance for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Bellingham is fouled. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Neymar looking to play it into the box.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Good ball, good take. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And that is as far as they're going to go. He's come in hard. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Drogba. Lovely bit of skill. Gets a good foot in there. Koulibaly defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. And here's Kvaratskhelia.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Bergoni. Deftly out wide. Well, nicely intercepted. Baggio goes steaming forward. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Drogba.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And here's Dembele. Shapes to shoot! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Aberdeen really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Oh, it's Dembele. Jordan Henderson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And it's Cáceres. Picked out brilliantly. Nuno Mendes. And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Decent chance! Marvellous goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Aberdeen have taken the lead.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
There's a no-nonsense tackle. And for a moment, time stood still.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
And we have our very first corner. Thuram tries to clear. Roberto Baggio. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tries to pass it through. Dembele showing good feet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was... And a chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And here's Nunez.
Aberdeen are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Good play on the left-hand side here. Kvaratskhelia! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Kvaratskhelia aimed beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period, and the score is 1-0. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Drogba might just make this. Messi. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, there's a probing ball. Sweet chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Bellingham.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's in a great position here. And that is exemplary defending.
That is superb defensive work. The one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Koulibaly did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's a cute ball.
Substitution on the field, number 23.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 19, Dembele. Number 3,
Now it's Darwin.
Rijkaard.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
On the field,
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
number 22, Modric.
Modric.
Substitution.
And here's Del Piero. He's played it back. And it's Modric. And Del Piero! And he comes up trumps again. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Forwards and with intent. And he's only too happy to take that back. Strong running down that left flank.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
It's played through for him. Great ball, and he's in here. Mbappe! And it's in! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
And the finish! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
Corner number 2 then. And it's hoisted clear. Aberdeen have the chance to go the other way. And this is Messi. Real chance! Kvaratskhelia. Toure is the guilty party there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Hazard. Some resolute defending there. Mbappe. Now it's Del Piero. And this is Messi. Oh, such a clever... And Messi! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Hazard. And it's Baggio. Pinches it off him. Time added on, 4 minutes. Pass somewhat off target. Jordan Henderson. And Baggio. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And no, that was never going to make it. Quality ball. Looking for the run. Hazard. He's ended up in no man's... And he's had a hit! Oh, crossbar! So that's it. It is all over. Aberdeen can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly...